The life and sad ending of Dom DeLuise. Dom DeLuise, born Dominic DeLuise on August 1st, 1933, in Brooklyn, New York, to parents John, a sanitation engineer, and Vincenza De Stefano DeLuise, both Italian immigrants. He was the youngest of three children, having an older brother, Nicholas, or Nick DeLuise, and an older sister, Antoinette DeLuise Dario. A natural class clown, it helped Dom fit in at school, and he started drawing belly laughs fairly young on stage. His very first school play had him portraying an inert copper penny. He later attended New York's High School for Performing Arts, but when it came to college, he decided to major in biology at Tufts University near Boston. He never got the idea of being a comedian out of his head, however, and the obsession eventually won out. Dom's formative years as an actor were spent apprenticing at the Cleveland Playhouse, in which he gamely played roles in everything from Guys and Dolls and Stalag 17 to The School for Scandal and Hamlet. He earned his first professional paycheck playing Bernie the dog in a production called Bernie's Last Wish. Dom also got a taste of the camera in Cleveland, appearing on the local TV kids show Tip Top Clubhouse. Back in New York, he took over the lead role of Tinker, the toy maker, in another children's local program, Tinker's Workshop, for one season in 1958. In 1961, DeLuise played in the off-Broadway musical review Another Evening with Harry Stunes, which lasted 9 previews and 1 performance. Another member of the cast was 19-year-old Barbara Streisand. He also was in the off-Broadway play All in Love, which opened on November 10th, 1961 at the Martinique Theater and ran for 141 performances. DeLuise generally appeared in comedic parts, although an early appearance in a movie, Failsafe, as a nervous U.S. Air Force technical sergeant, showed a broader range. His first acting credit was as a regular performer in the television show The Entertainers in 1964. He gained early notice for his supporting turn in the Doris Day film The Glass Bottom Boat in 1966. In 1968, DeLuise hosted his own hour-long comedy variety series for CBS, The Dom DeLuise Show. Taped in Miami at the Jackie Gleason Theater, it featured many regular Gleason Show cast members, including the June Taylor Dancers and the Sammy Spear Orchestra. DeLuise's wife, Carol Arthur, also regularly appeared. The 16-week run was the summer replacement for the Jonathan Winters Show. He later starred in his own sitcom, Lots of Luck, which ran from 1973 to 1974. DeLuise was probably best known as a regular in Mel Brooks films. He appeared as the miserly father, Fyodor, in The 12 Chairs in 1970, as a campy director, Buddy Bazaar, in Blazing Saddles, 1974, the silly-ass director's assistant in Silent Movie, 1976, Emperor Nero in History of the World Part 1, 1981, Spaceballs, 1987, and Robin Hood, Men in Tights, 1993. Dom is the compulsive eating protagonist in Fatso, 1980, directed by and co-starring Brooks's wife, Anne Bancroft. Dom managed to draw both comedy and pathos. Obesity was also a chronic real-life problem for the comedian, and at one point in 1999, it was reported that he tipped the scales at 325 pounds. He also had a cameo in Johnny Dangerously in 1984 as the Pope, and in Jim Henson's The Muppet Movie as a wayward Hollywood talent agent who comes across Kermit the Frog singing The Rainbow Connection in the film's opening scene. Next, he also guest starred in Season 2, Episode 11 of The Muppet Show, 1975, where he interacted with Miss Piggy and appeared with fellow Brooks regulars Gene Wilder, who directed the film as well, Marty Feldman, and Madeline Kahn in The Adventure of Sherlock Holmes, Smarter Brother, 1975. In 1983, Dom played a sympathetic kids show host in the moving TV movie Happy, 1983. Also, he's the executive producer and was joined by wife Carol and all 3 sons in the cast. Dom's voiceover skills are shown by Tapped, including the animated feature films The Secret of Nim, 1982, An American Tail, 1986, and All Dogs Go to Heaven, 1989. DeLuise exhibited his comedic talents while playing the speaking part of the jailer Frosch in the comedic opera Die Fledermaus at the Metropolitan Opera, playing the role in 4 separate revivals of the work at the Met and between December 1989 and January 1996. An avid cook and author of several books on cooking, he appeared as a regular contributor to the syndicated home improvement radio show On the House with the Carey brothers, giving listeners tips on culinary topics. In his personal life, in 1964, while working in Provincetown, Massachusetts, in summer theater, DeLuise met actress Carol Arthur. They married in 1965 and had 3 sons, all of whom are actors, Peter, Michael, and David DeLuise. Sadly, DeLuise died of kidney failure on May 4, 2009, at St. John's Health Center in Santa Monica, California, at age 75. He had been battling cancer for more than a year prior to his death. He was buried at Calvary Cemetery, Woodside, Queens County, New York.